Is Batman oversaturated in DC? Okay, in my honest opinion, I don't believe Batman is oversaturated in DC. I think he's presented as well as he can be because out of all the DC roster, I don't believe there is a character you can market better than Batman. Now there are characters on the side such as I believe Doctor Fate. You got the Spectre. You got Shazam. You got what's them people on Apocalypse? What's their name? Uh, I know she fought Wonder Woman or she was friends with Wonder Woman, but you got her. Who else? Who else can you market? Green Lantern, John Stewart, Hal Jordan. Who else? Yeah, I mean, like you got a lot of people you can market, but they're not as popular as Batman, so you're probably not going to see them as much. But I most definitely believe that Batman is one of the most well-used DC characters I have ever seen. He's more well-used than Spider-Man and Marvel, the X-Men, the Avengers. Don't get me wrong, I would like to see more representation in DC of other characters, especially from Wonder Woman. And I believe, what's another character? Martian Manhunter, he needs some representation. Outside of Martian Manhunter, who else? The Flash, the Flash, even though I love the Flash TV show, the first two seasons of the Flash TV show was wonderful. It was great. I do believe the Flash needs its own movie. Most definitely. The Flash needs his own movie and his own animated series. Even though it did have its own animated series with the Arrow, but it wasn't that good. I also think Wildcat, he needs his own better depictions. Black Canary, everybody from like the Justice Society should have their own little standalone movie. It doesn't have to be a long movie. It could be like a 45-minute movie. But yeah, I really would appreciate if I don't know. DC just need like six standout characters to be represented more. And I already know that for a fact, like Batman and Superman, they're like the model superhero, and Batman and Robin, they're like the model duo, you know, leader and sidekick. Most characters are based upon these people, and most of Marvel's roster is based upon the Flash, the scientific element. Bruce Banner, the Hulk, based upon the Flash. Spider-Man, based upon the Flash. A lot of these characters took their inspiration from the Flash. So I think DC already have a better roster of characters than Marvel. It's just that we don't get enough depictions of them on the big screen. So I don't believe Batman is being overused or oversaturated. I think they're using him correctly and perfectly, and they're executing his movies wonderfully. They just need to start adding a mix of characters into the DC collective. And I really do appreciate they have Justice League Dark. I remember that movie, the animated movie that come out. And it was basically the magical side of DC, where you have what's her name? Let me look this girl's name up real quick. Dark. Zatanna, you got John Constantine and Etrigan. Yeah. Swamp Thing. That's what I appreciate the most about these characters. And I would really like for them to add these characters in more often than have just the main Justice League. And I don't care too much for Teen Titans because I feel like Teen Titans already have enough representation in DC. But outside of the Teen Titans and Justice League, there do need to be at least like two more groups added into DC for me to like actually feel like it's beating Marvel. Because right now Marvel's beating DC in terms of movies, in terms of just overall TV shows. Because after X-Men '97 came out, I felt like DC kind of been falling behind in terms of animation. But that's all I have to say so far on DC.